I had mentioned earlier this week with my new videos that I want to be a mentor for you all. The Spirit, the Heavenly Host, it has been strongly encouraging me to just open myself up to the public and be a ear for those who are really struggling out there. And so that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of think of it as free counseling. And it's really tough times out here right now, and people are really struggling and they don't feel like they're being heard. And I want to be somebody that's willing to listen to you and, you know, maybe give you some information that can guide you in the right direction to, find something that you might need that could help you. So that's I'm developing the channel. So, but I'm not just going to just be in a rush and just throw stuff on my page. I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a family oriented channel. So I'm not going to be having real debates on certain issues. I'm not going to be highlighting because it's going to be, this is geared toward the family. I have some social skills lessons that I'll post eventually, and then I'll have public service announcements also that I will post. And those public service announcements, I'm going to rotate them, and I'm going to keep repeating the same information just over and over and over. And then at some point, I'm hoping that once we build a community, you can, let people know what part of the country you're in, and make people aware of what's going on in your particular area, in your neighborhood, So right now I'm just opening up. I just have this opened up, just in case people want to just talk, just want to chat. I may not be saying anything, but I'm just going to keep the channel open, and I'm going to do that periodically. I may not say when I'm going to just go live, but I'm just going to go live, so I can give people an opportunity to vent, or, so. I had a hard time. I was trying to record a video on my phone, and every time I tried to record, the video would stop. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to allow anything to stop me from reaching out to people. So I'm just going to go live on my laptop. So that's what I did. I had to use my tablet to go live with y'all today. I had some verses out of the Torah to read, and got frustrated because I had to record my video 5 different times, and it just would keep shutting off. So I closed the Bible up. But anyway, the Torah is like the first 5 chapters of the Bible. It's a Hebrew text, and it deals, Judaism. They use those first 5 texts are the laws, or some of the laws. So it was the verses that I was going to talk about were dealing with a disagreement between neighbors, and one of the neighbors, lied about one of the other neighbors' belongings, and it became the issue. And the neighbor that had the belongings, that used the belongings, lied and said that they didn't have the belongings, or that they didn't steal the belongings, when they clearly did have the belongings, or they didn't want to give the belongings back, or whatever the situation. That they kept the belongings. It was a theft, but they lied about it. So, but they also got caught. So it was saying that because they lied and they were caught and shown to be a thief, that not only did they have to give the belonging back to the neighbor that let them use it or that they stole the item from, they had to give them more than what the item was originally worth. So that's kind of the time we're living in right now. People are real. It's a lot of deception. It's a lot of criminal activity and all of this and that. It's just, we're all being inundated with a lot of information all at one time. And people are just, inflation. They don't have enough money. There's a lot of things, just a lot of things. People arguing, people disagreeing with each other. It's just a lot of social things going on. But I'm here as a mentor for you to encourage you and give you hope and remind you to remember what is really important. Remember what's really important. Making sure you have a place to live, making sure you have food, making sure that there's established boundaries in your house, letting yeah, it is rough out there, but you still have to stay grounded, switch your focus, don't focus on all of the problems that are going on, even though they're there. Try to find some positive things to encourage you, get outside, find a safe place for you to be able to go outside and breathe fresh air and become one with the elements a little bit, walk, find some activities where you can participate in them and they give you a release or some relief, don't try not to dwell on the discouragements, plan for your future. Don't dwell so much on your past, it's there. But if you're thinking about it, just only think about it in ways how you can improve your future. If you made a mistake, move on from that mistake, atone for it, ask God forgiveness for it. If you have a disagreement with someone, try to clear it up if you can, peacefully, if you can. If you have to call the authorities sometimes, that's just what you have to do. Sometimes that's what it takes, an intercessor. Sometimes we need somebody to be in between in certain situations. Sometimes we can't always deal with every situation ourselves. Sometimes we have to go outside of ourselves to find the help that we need or to get the help that we need. So I want this channel to turn into an information, resource, and referral channel also. So I have some stuff that I'll be posting as I move along, so just stay encouraged and all of that. And I know it's rough out there. God pulled me from the archives. He came, but he dug deep for me. He pulled me out of retirement. It must be bad for him to nudge me to come out here and just put myself out here for the world and be a mentor. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a mentor. I was an advisor and a counselor for many moons. So that's what I did for a living for a very long time. I've done other jobs too. But, I've worked in social services most of my career, just in different positions within social services, and working with nonprofits and things of that sort. So, I have a lot of experience, a lot. And so I know the type of issues that people go through, and I had retired a year ago, because I had to step back because it was, I was ill. So I had to step back for a minute so I could regain my strength, but I've also been planning, it's not over for me either, but, so don't let it be over for you. As discouraging as it may be, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You got to have somewhere to live. Stay focused. Just remember what's important. Don't tune out sometimes from social media or the news and all this and that. Sometimes you got to tune out because there's so much going on in the world that it can make you, feel uncomfortable and nervous. So just try to stay focused on the things that you know that are immediate, the things that you need to deal with every day, your foundation. Find some comfort in spending more time with your family when you're able to spend time with them. Go somewhere, go to the park. It don't cost money for that. You can go to the beach or wherever you live, take a walk, become one with nature. You can do that stuff for free. You don't have to have money to do some things. It's about spending time with your family. It's not always about spending money. Find ways to not spend money. Find ways to cut back. Find other dishes and recipes, to stretch the meals, I want you to be encouraged. We're still here, so if we're still here, then try to make things better, in your immediate area. Things aren't going the way that you feel they should go. Think about why. Try to go to the root. Try to find the reason why you feeling that way. But basically, don't give up. Don't give up. Whatever you do, if God keeps allowing you to wake up and do it again, then there's hope for you. He haven't completely destroyed the whole world, and he's dealing with some people. Yes, he is, but a lot of us were blessed. We need to look at those situations that people are experiencing and get closer to God and our families. And remember just how blessed we truly are. See the good in your situation. So what if you don't have the best of anything, make the most of it anyway and be thankful for it. Some people don't have it. They lost everything. Can you imagine losing everything? Everything? That's got to be devastating. We think it's hard when we can't afford to pay a bill or something like that, but at least we got a place to live. There's people that don't have no place to live, and they don't know where they're going to get their next meal. They don't have any money. And if it's a weekend and stuff isn't open, or if you got to be at a food pantry by a certain time and it's only open certain days of the week, and they don't have no transportation to get to them, it's a lot of things going on out there. A lot. People are suffering. And they don't know where to go and what to do. That is a challenge. For those of you who are able to give back, start giving back. If you see that somebody needs something that you can afford to help them with, like some food or something like that, help them with that. If you are strong and can mow somebody's grass, find an elderly person in your neighborhood that you see the yard's messed up and they need some help or something like that. Help them mow their grass or something like that. You don't have to. It's not always about giving money. Sometimes it's about giving time, people. And that's why I'm just going to randomly log on with no agenda, because to me, what I'm doing is for a public service. It's not, I just want to be here for you, even if it's one person. If that one person has an opportunity to chat and talk about what's on their mind, that's a good thing to me. That's a good thing. So there might be a lot of dead space, in this particular video. I went, like I said, I had to go live because I couldn't record a video on my phone, and I had tried over and over and over, and I just finally got tired of it. So I guess this was my cue to log on to my to live through my laptop. So that's how I'm reaching out to you right now. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna just log on live and just let people chat and try to answer questions at some point. I don't have all the answers, but I might be able to steer you in a direction where you can get the answers or find the help in your area, you know. Because I went to the I have some materials. I just have to like I said, I'm working on it, and I'm gonna post stuff as I go. You know, there'll be progress made on the page. You know, but right now I'm just trying to get in the habit of just logging on and being available every day, because this isn't something that was on my to-do list. The first thing that I wanted to do. This is not. But I thank God that He allowing me to do it. You know, because I have the time. I have the time. And I'm blessed that I have the time. You know, He reaching back and grabbing His old soldiers and pulling them out on the front lines with y'all young folks. Y'all young folks gonna have to stand up though, you know, because things are getting a little bit out of hand. And if people don't stand up and vote and exercise their rights, we're not gonna have any. If they don't think people don't care, and if you're not showing that you do care, they're gonna do whatever. They're gonna just do whatever. We're losing our freedoms. We're losing them because people are just going whatever. It don't matter. My voice doesn't matter. My vote doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It does matter. A few people can't do it by themselves. We just cannot. You know? When you get a chance, go scroll through my videos, the ones that I posted several years ago, you know, and it shows some of these protesters. You know, them kids went out there, and it was some adults too, you know, older adults, my age group, you know, everybody was out there. They were standing up. It was messy. They didn't show that part of it here where I'm at in Kansas City. They didn't show how bad it was here a few years ago. They did not show it. They did not. So that's let me know the media, you know, they censor a lot. Mainstream media censors, doesn't show you everything for whatever the reason. But these people was out by the tens of thousands in the streets protesting. I was there. I have video. They would not even let me upload. I tried to upload this. I had to cut it. They just, whatever I have on there is good. It's okay. But I got some other stuff that's like, oh my Lord, that I couldn't upload from that same protest. It lasted for weeks, every day for weeks. For about a month, they was out in the street, just, I mean, by the thousands, literally. I was there. I seen it. I rode my motorbike down there. They had layers of military. They had the police. They had all of them. The sheriffs, the state police, the military, whoever others kind of special services type of military units down in my city. Yes, they had them there. It was a lot. They had them hidden away. That's how bad it was. On buses back in the neighborhoods. The military guys was on buses just in case. I saw it because I was on my motorbike. People didn't see what I saw. It's a lot. That was a few years ago. So imagine they got 4 people now. Fast forward a few years. Oh my goodness. I seen some stuff I couldn't believe. I saw some things that people, and like I said, people didn't see all I saw because I was on a motorbike and they were on foot. You couldn't just drive your car. You could only drive your car in this particular area only up so far, but I was on a motorbike, so I got the chance to I got to move a little bit more different than everybody else, you know. Man, they had units, layers of military and law enforcement on blocks, just away from the protesters, you know, but just sitting there ready. And in buses in certain neighborhoods, they had them parked in. The buses were full, but they didn't come out. But they was ready if they had to. I'm just saying. I know. And just imagine now, a few years later, here we are, and now it's getting worse. It's not better. It's getting worse. You know, it's sad. People are struggling. People being taken advantage of. Our politicians aren't there for us like they're supposed to be. You know, it's like they're selling everybody out, and we're all like, why? What are you doing? But you're giving our money, our tax dollars are going everywhere but where it should be, right here in the States. How are we able to send all this money to all these other places that don't care about us anyway? But the people here in this country, you're letting us sink. People not feel it too. And where's the movement by our government? Where are they? My allergies. Ooh, my allergies are kicking, boy. It's gonna be fall where I'm at here real soon. Excuse me. It's a lot going on. You know, people snapping and tripping, and it's just a lot. You know, it's expensive to go buy something to eat. I mean, it's horrible. It is. But, you know, they're like a bell curve. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's a lot. To me, it's just a lot more deception and just a lot more deceit. And people don't mind being crooked. They can get away. They can use the law and get away with it and just appeal. You know, appeal with this pushing stuff off. And that stuff needs to be, those laws need to be changed. People shouldn't have all them do-overs like that when you know they done committed the crime. It's right there. We hold on to stuff way too long and drag stuff out way too long. The wrong things out. But when somebody's trying to get some justice behind some, you can't. It's hard to find some. It's hard to find people to stand up for righteousness, though. But they don't mind. They'll hurry up and stand up for them bullies, though. They criminal law. Oh, they want to stand up for them criminals quick. So I know right now I'm a one-man show, but eventually, if I keep logging in live, people are going to get it. People are going to get it, you know. I know I don't seem like I have much to say right now, but this is all about just opening up the forum for people who are in despair. I'm just here to mentor you and be a counselor and an advisor. Putting that hat back on. I'm going to sit here for a couple more minutes before I log out. But I'm going to be going live, you know, occasionally through the week. And just, it's not because I have an agenda. It's just to open up the dialogue for people who are hurting. I'm doing this as a public service, you know. I am going to develop. This is going to turn into an entertainment channel. So I'll have entertainment focused items posted at some point, you know, and then a little bit later on, I'll try to get corporate endorsements so that you can have product information or something's going on, or let you know what's going on. So I'm going to build it into an entertainment channel, but I'm going to open up uh, the channel for people who want to just talk and vent. But I also want this channel to be like a community, a bulletin board like they used to have in the old days. Used to have community bulletin boards where you would post, where people would go where they had a bulletin board, the laundromat or the convenience store or wherever where they have a bulletin board, community bulletin board where people could just post what's going on if they have a business they want to promote, or if they want, they have a service they want to provide, and then so it's gonna, but right now that's not my focus. I'm gonna work myself into that. But even once I get that built up, I'm still gonna open up the channel for live discussions for people to just vent and get to know each other and talk about what's going on in their area, and try to close the gap between the cultures, from all over the world, so people can hear, how other people live in other parts of the world, and try to find some good things going on in their area, and then discuss the things that aren't good, so it might seem like a waste of time right now, but I know it's going to grow. I know it's going to grow. But listen, I want everybody to have a good day. And like I said, I'm going to be logging in. So have a good weekend.